We'll talk about Apple.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right, welcome back to Business Seat Podcast. It is Peasy,
How's it
our
going?
new replacement, who's on his fourth beer.
Listen, everyone's on
No,
something.
me and Peeze are on our second beer.
So four together. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
No liquid
Hot Sauce
from
Sports.
Ocon.
Remember, you can watch
Stefano
and
wouldn't
subscribe
have forgotten
and touch
that.
Hot Sauce Sports.
One
You've
reason
been listening to Hot Sauce Sports.
I love it. One reason why you should listen to Hot Sauce Sports though is because Mocon was fired from Hot Sauce Sports.
He
Yep.
was disgracefully fired.
Disgracefully fired.
Oh my God, Mocon is our Stefano Berardi.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go,
Yeah.
exactly.
So we
Is Steph
all,
back next week, by the
we
way?
should like.
So you should go subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple podcast for Hot Sauce
we
Sports.
need
Go
to
ahead and do it.
coordinate our wardrobes better than all wearing gray the same episode.
True. Hey, look at that, eh?
This is
I
more
mean,
like a beige.
Like a
Oh,
pastel
why don't you
gray.
Yeah.
pretend
You
You
colors
guys should really
exist,
come
you
in
non-colorblind
green,
jerk?
all of you. All of you in green, so always these floating
We
heads.
can do
I'm
that.
down. It was
I have
just
a
down.
green. I have a green top. You guys have
I can
green.
buy a lime green shirt. I'm
We'll
not
do it for
bored.
next week.
Amazon.
How come this isn't camouflage?
No, it's true. Huh?
It is. Notice it's a
Hey,
little bit
now
transparent.
Rob's gonna know we're drinking on air.
Oh no,
Oh, boy. Guys.
No, it's
Okay.
not Eagle. It doesn't.
A little bit.
Not
yeah,
really.
you see a little sheen.
Yeah, I can make it more intense.
Do you know about my first meeting with Rob and FPF? Mo?
No.
So Rob's kind of hired me sight unseen, and we had an FPF meeting the day after my 30th birthday, where Eagle picked me up after being at my house till 4 a.m. Eagle picked me up about 3 hours later, and
Oh boy.
I stepped into his car and he said, "My God, you smell like vomit and whiskey," and he still hired me. So maybe he's a bad judge of character.
And he made you breakfast,
He did. Well, he needed
which
to.
you ate wearing sunglasses and
Yeah.
looking at the table.
What's
And
the
he's-
matter? Are you shy? No, I'm not shy. Just
and he still hired me. So maybe a bad judge of character and Rob Campana.
All right, so speaking of hiring, let's talk about Mercenaries. Come from behind victory over Jagerbomb, down 22-6 at half.
Jagerbomb had his game, man.
22-6 lead at halftime, and the Mercs win by 2. Was it a choke by Jagerbomb or Gino DeFazio in that defense?
It's
being-
the 4 and outs by Simon. Simon Deschamps just need so you're up big after the first half, and you want to put your foot on their throats, right? So you go for it. 4 and out doesn't work out. Now it's 21-12.
They got every EP, by the way, Jagerbomb. 28 on 4 TDs.
Well, 22-6. So there was either a safety or a 2-point convert.
No,
Yeah, they had to pick extra point for 2 points.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay,
2-point
that's why.
convert, yeah.
So you're up now 22. You're up now 22-12, right? And then you're like, okay, now if I'm an experienced quarterback in FPF, what I want to do is limit the possessions, right?
Yes.
Because you want to give them a maximum 2 possessions. Ideally, you score in one of your 2 possessions, and you win the game. Instead, Simon Deschamps just didn't adapt, kept running his offense. Mercenaries played a very tight defense second half, and allowed them to give Gino DeFazio a chance to win the game. Because Gino DeFazio started the game terrible. He started terrible in this game.
He was awful.
And in the second half, he just literally couldn't miss anyone.
But his
terrible?
defense played very well, though.
What's terrible though? He had 5 TDs.
Yeah, he wasn't
but
moving the ball though.
yeah,
he wasn't moving the ball at all.
Oh.
Like
Four
it
and
was,
outs.
it was a dead offense. It was
Yeah.
there was not 2 plays consecutively that looked attractive.
It was like fish out of water. That's what it was with his offense. But then his defense made stops that gave him the confidence to get back.
It was
to the
asphalt
football.
as-
Solid defense they got right there.
Yeah, and look,
It was air out of
I
oxygen.
know because I threw 4 picks against them.
second to last play actually.
It was leaves out of trees.
Duchesne threw a ball deep, and our boy Frank Hogue was wide open in the corner of the end zone, but the ball was veering out towards the sideline. Hogue caught it, but couldn't keep it in bounds. And
It was bowl out of toilet.
I'm also convinced that Frank Hogue plays on every team.
yeah, he does. Like every obscure team, like No Regard, Finest.
It's weird, yeah.
It was Frank out of Hogue.
Well, he doesn't play for Finest anymore.
No, but
Well, there's no Finest
he's-
anymore.
No, there is for now. But Mercs win, and they move on in the quarterfinals to the semifinals. The Keyport Lock beat Dreambreakers rather easily, 38-26. And Jeff Roseblatt, once again, flexing his arm.
Which one?
Birthday arm, that is, because it was his birthday this past week.
His birthday arm, but the other arm is not his birthday arm.
No,
No, that was adopted.
The other arm is his name day
no,
arm.
it's just whatever. It's whatever.
Christmas arm.
Or Hanukkah arm, perhaps. Very good game for Jeff Roseblatt.
But
And
anniversary pelvis.
Jeremy Anderson, though, with career highs.
Is it?
152 yards.
That's
Do
a
you
career
know
high
his
for
career
him?
highs?
I think it is.
I
He's
don't
had
thi-
pretty
actually,
monster days.
I don't think maybe the 10 catches is, but I don't think 150 yards is his career high.
I don't even think 10 catch. Wasn't there a game of the week where he caught like every pass?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got the best hands, I think.
No, not best hands, but his
definitely
hands
up
are
there.
really good. Yeah.
Also, how
Very
do you
good.
rank hands?
It's true. It's true. I mean, you go by size,
Firmness,
girth.
handshake,
You go by like moist, like
Moist is weird.
moist to
But, like,
dryness.
when you-
to
when you
clammy ratio.
When you
know,
first meet someone,
Yeah.
you shake their hand and be like, "I like the way your hand is more moist than clammy."
yeah.
Yeah, we should do that from now on.
Fair enough.
Hashtag
Just
more moist.
Every time you meet someone from now on, when you shake their hands,
Say moist.
immediately rate their handshake. Like,
Be like, oh,
firm but wet.
yeah,
Mm.
clammy a little bit. Are you? Do you work at a morgue? No.
We know. Perfect. All
Really
right,
warm. Do you have high blood pressure?
Yeah, because I think you do.
Keyport
Go
Lock.
see a doctor. Hypertension.
They win
It's
rather
dangerous.
easily over
Silent killer.
Dream Breakers. I didn't see this as being anywhere of a shock here. I think we knew that Keyport Lock would probably easily win.
I
in
thought
this
Dream
game.
Breakers had a chance, but man, it's just tough. It's just tough. Jeff Rosenblatt has completely surrounded himself with the best set of tools for his team. We saw basically top to bottom, everyone being contributor. Yes, Jeremy Anderson having 10 catches, but then you have Raul Barudi having contributions, John Ristas having contributions. Just no one on a team, which is the
Ignored.
pylon, right? Everyone's involved in the game plan, and that's what you've come to know from Keyport Lock. The offense is somewhat less of a toilet bowl with not enough water to flush it down. It's getting more and more impressive each season. So there's a little bit more water to
Hey,
flush
hold on.
down.
Eagles
a
being
turd.
picked up by a chick right now on the street.
She hot?
Hello?
Go ask her if she's hot. Bring the microphone.
Hey, are you hot?
And you know what? I do have enough cable to do that, but I have to plug stuff in.
I don't think she's yelling at us anyway.
Someone's yelling at someone
It's not
Yeah.
us.
on our high-rise studio.
Yeah, in the
Yeah, I
shipping
mean, in
container.
our studio in New York City.
Simon
We go there every
says-
week for no reason.
Simone says
Thanks, Rob.
wins 49-30 over Pineapple Express. Game changer Justin Blanchard pick six, which pulled them away essentially. Simone says.
Oh, you mean on one of the players on this ridiculous roster that shouldn't be in Division 6, Division C made
Doesn't
a
make sense. huh?
ridiculous play
Oh, yeah.
against a team
And
that
I'm,
should
and
be in
I'm
Division
fighting.
C.
And I'm fighting for fucking James Nowakowski to get from a 74 to a 72.
Way to
Whatever.
campaign on the show, Terry, is a smart move.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
Just saying.
I didn't realize that Chris Olsen had 42 passing. He doubled the amount of passing attempts than Simone Dashin.
That's crazy.
Well, they play
42?
They play
I don't
very.
think I've ever seen anything higher than 40.
They play very different styles of play, though.
Yeah, he runs a quick offense,
50,
Paul.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Simone just throws deep constantly,
All the time.
especially with this roster.
Like high numbers from me are like 36, 38 and stuff, but 42 is a lot.
Yeah, well, they were three INTs, right? One being a pick six.
One being pick
but
6, you get the ball right away.
I didn't think Pineapple Express had any chance. They kept it close for a half, but that was it.
I'm sure Brent Botkin is very happy right now.
He was. But here's the thing, though, right? Brent Botkin was saying that,
But how can anyone be happy for Simone?
or not, because he's going
He's
to
not
present himself
happy
the
for
trophy if he wins. Like, we're going to do that. Here's your trophy, present it to yourself.
Yeah, we're legit.
He's
None
not-
of us are doing
Okay,
that.
first of all, Simone's not in the finals yet,
Yes,
Not yet.
but he will be because the
Could
team's
be.
stupid.
and he will not be in the finals.
It's funny
Oh,
though.
thanks for
that-
your
it's
pick,
funny
man.
that the
We
first,
just lost
I don't even know
about
who
a
they're
quarter.
first season,
I don't know they're playing.
the first season,
Mercenaries.
Simone Dagenet is commissioner.
He's a beautiful.
Corruption. This one, yes.
Last year he put himself in the All-Star game.
He's like a FIFA
Now he's giving
president.
himself a
Now he
championship.
puts himself in a
like a
championship.
Sepp
Made himself
Blatter.
commissioner.
Weird, huh?
Sepp
I'm just
Blatter
saying,
over here. The winner of
when
the
it rains, it pours, and
quarterback
Eagle is
beer,
watching
Simone
nerd stuff
Dagenet.
again.
Hey, can we call Simone Dagenet, please?
No.
Yeah, call Simone.
Please.
Call Simone right
Please,
now.
we're going to call him right now, please.
Call Simone right.
So the way it works is
now.
that when we call him up, all three of us talk at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Call him right
Here
fucking
we go. We're going to call Simone Dagenet
because
right
I'm
now.
pissed. Terry Tam is annoyed.
We're waiting, Eagle. We're just staring blankly.
Yeah,
call him.
I'm looking at you, Eagle.
It's 2019, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
Simone,
we're
do those
gonna
dials
start it like this. I'm gonna be like, Simone, it's Terry Tam. I have a question for you, and he's gonna be like, okay, and we're just all gonna start
Yep.
talking.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. If it's voicemail, it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit song. Just a straight banger. Straight banger. Terry Time, you dance like Donkey Kong. Has anyone ever told you?
Hello?
Simon,
Yes.
it's Terry Tam. How are you?
Yourself?
I'm good. You're live on the podcast, and we have a question for you.
Say,
No, but
Simone,
how
are
the
you-
hell?
Are you going to also?
How
Are
you
you
give
give
yourself
Are
a
you going to
championship?
come back here
Like, after
Would
where
you
did you
take your
come
silver
on?
trophy at
Like, the team
at
is
the final?
ridiculous.
Yes or no?
Where
Got
the
that
fuck
Howard,
are you
come
coming
on.
on? So you kicked the
Because
ball
I
in
thought
the
that
rough
you
course
actually set
several
us up
times.
where you put yourself in
First of all, it's
position
lies. It's
to
not
get this
complicated.
championship.
It's in Happy Gilmore, bro.
Simone.
Did you ever watch
You know
Happy
what you want,
Gilmore?
Simone.
It's a good
You know what
movie.
you want,
Yeah,
Simone.
it's a great movie.
President,
He lines up
and
back,
now
he
a
runs
dead
And now Mo
team
Khan has an ugly
champion.
haircut.
Jesus Christ.
This is unreal.
Yes.
Good job. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Simon. I appreciate it. You're the
Bye,
worst,
Simo.
worst commissioner ever. Bye. Have a good night. And thanks for the invite to golf. Appreciate it.
Bye, Sophie. So
Bye, Sophie. We like you. We like you. We appreciate
we
you.
love
Isn't
Sophie.
it weird they kind of look alike? And also, does that mean I'm attracted to Simone?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Oh boy.
I mean, Simone's cute then.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah. Sophie's a sweet guy.
KHB chaps. Is that an upset win over Easy Jake Oven?
Yeah, Easy Jake Oven to me were the favorites.
I said
Yeah,
last
absolutely.
week I saw a path to this happening. KGP can put up points, man. I just didn't think that Phil Cutler could make a mistake in this game, but Jake Applebaum actually made more mistakes, and that's not what you'd expect.
Yeah.
I thought if KGP was going to win this game, they'd have to put up like 40 plus. They didn't have to. Kudos to them. And I'm actually happy to see Phil Cutler making a run after so many seasons struggling in FPF recently.
Terry?
Okay, so Phil Cutler to me, one of the is he in the Hall of Fame? He didn't get in last year.
He did
No,
not.
He didn't, but he should be. Phil Cutler is a Hall of Famer. His roster that he's working with, his roster he's working with is a lot weaker than the roster that Jake Applebaum's working.
Oh, Jake Applebaum's roster is far superior.
And Jake Applebaum blew it.
So the thing
Jake,
is,
they had a
Eagle,
really
can I
good.
send you the video of the
KGP doesn't
KGP
have-
highlight?
KGP doesn't have as much
Yeah, me
name power, but there's good players on this.
Oh, there is, yeah, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Jonathan
at all.
Garfinkel was a mid-season addition, and
Yeah.
he's been a
Very good
Well, he
player.
changed the team. He changed the team
Yeah,
completely,
he did.
and he's a very good player.
But for me, Easy Jake Oven was the team to beat in Division C.
No, it's Simo's ridiculous monster team.
Simon says is a monster.
But the thing is, there's always the Simon factor.
Yeah, where he might suck.
All right, so let's talk about that. Mercenaries Simon says. Does the Simon factor become an issue, good or bad?
But I feel like the Simo factor is also the Geno factor, right?
It's going to be bad.
Like, these teams are identical.
It's going to be bad because Allard is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
But
blocking
will it
radius.
affect a quarterback like Simon, who's a quick release quarterback?
Quick release.
Yeah, he gets
No,
the ball. He throws the ball.
He doesn't get sacked off.
He doesn't get
doesn't
sacked.
Yeah, it's true.
And he,
No, but Isaiah's not going to rush him like to sack him.
yeah, but so Simon knows he can't throw middle of the field, right?
He can't.
And Mercenaries know that he knows he can't throw middle of the field. So who does it help more so? Do you think, like Simon says, we'll have a game plan knowing, look, we can flood sidelines and attack there?
Yeah.
Or do you think Mercenaries say, we know you're going to flood sidelines, so we'll be waiting for you? Like, who benefits greater from that knowledge, and who can better execute? The Mercenaries defense, or Simon says offense? Like, who has the tools to better execute that?
Why are you so analytical? Who are you, and what have you done with Peeze?
Well, because what happened is Simon left the show,
Oh, yeah.
and I had to be the analytical one, and I hate it. I hate my life, Terry. This is not enjoyable.
Analytical. To me, that's a good point, though. Simon does throw to the outside a lot, throws deep. Do the Mercenaries have the guys to cover Blanchard, Gomez? You know what I mean? Maybe they don't.
Gropini.
Who?
Gropini.
Oh, Grappini. Yeah, he's good, that kid.
player.
Yeah.
I think
He's
the
got the little
Mercenaries
afro.
have.
I love, by the way, I saw a game where Gropini ran a wheel on the guy, and as he's running, it said, "Turn up the wheel on this bitch." As he's running around, I was like, "That's amazing."
I think Mercenaries have the bodies to keep up with Simon Says, but I don't know if they can duplicate that second half performance that they had against Jagger Bomb.
But the thing is we've seen Simon cave against just good defense, just playing solid defense, and Mercenaries are very capable of doing that.
Simon doesn't like a game.
And Blanchard
where score.
drops a lot.
balls.
Balls, yeah, he's a good player.
He did in this past week, though. He balled out.
Yeah.
He was amazing this past week.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm a big
But he gets in his
big
own
fan
head,
of the
though.
finals MVP.
He gets in his own head though.
Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He has a drop ball.
Well, because
he puts everything on
he's
him.
not a Hall of Famer yet. There's nothing more important to him in life than
Than
being an
being
FPF Hall of Famer.
Hashtag JB
Um,
for Hall of Fame.
So
It is the Hall of Fame induction speech this weekend in Canton, so we'll find out.
There you go.
Keyport Lock, KGP.
It's tough.
so man, KGP is so unpredictable.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Like
yeah. You don't know
I
what
want to
you're
say
gonna get
easy
with
win
them.
for Keyport Lock
not.
and the half-turret offense, but man, like Phil Cutler's just been great, and he's been so good for so long. It's just hard to choose against him. Not that we're choosing, But it'll come down to whether or not they can put up an absurd amount of points. Because
Yeah.
Rose will put up a lot of points.
Yeah, Jeff Rosenblatt's going to be able to pick them apart. It all depends on if Phil Color's going to be able to control the clock and be able to score just as much. Key to this game are going to be the extra points.
Well, so far, KHB's taken out the 3, the 1. Maybe they'll take out the number 2 seed. But I think for Phil, that defense has been fantastic. They've come up with huge plays. Turnovers, deep INTs, and that's where they excel. Is their deep end of the secondary can win those 50-50 deep balls. And I think that could be the difference for them in this football game against Keyport Lock, because Jeff Rosenblatt, we know he likes to sling that football. And so I think what it'll come down to is Jeff going to be patient enough to not go deep as often.
I think it's the opposite. We've seen Jeff Rosenblatt be the most annoyingly patient quarterback in FPF. Like, if he can throw 3-yard slants all the game, nothing makes him happier. The guy would take 3-yard slants over a lap dance.
But now he's definitely opened up the playbook, though. So I'm
Correct,
saying-
but he's still like it's just
To
because
his-
he's
to his
learned.
defense, lap dance is overrated.
Also true, lap dances are overrated.
5 minutes.
You're not having sex with
for
them.
$20.
It's a waste.
Yeah,
To
it's a waste
get
of money.
teased. To get teased.
Save
I've
up
gotten
for
2
a
lap dances in my entire
prostitute
life.
is what I'm saying.
Too many.
Well, look,
That's what I'm saying about Jeff Rosenblatt.
Games
He's a lap dance?
of the week.
Yeah, he's lap dance. He's an FPF lap dance.
a tease.
Sure, I forgot what the point was.
He's a tease. All right, it is now time for
Games of the week.
All right, here we go.
We have Mercenaries versus Simone says.
Simone says.
I'm gonna go Mercenaries so we can see Simone Taji present the trophy to the winning team in the finals next Sunday.
Potentially. I'm going to say congratulations, Simon. You found a way to manipulate the cap to allow this ridiculous monster team to play in this division. Congratulations with your abuse of power. And you're the dumbest team name you've ever put together. You used to have all those clever breakfast puns. And now you're, Simon says...
Those weren't your breakfast puns?
They were my breakfast puns.
Okay.
It's a backhanded compliment to myself, Terry. Like everything is on this show.
Okay.
I'm going to go Simon Says. And Simon, you're a cheater and you're garbage.
I agree.
And in
All
the
of the
other
above.
game, Keyport Lock
No one has
versus
the other game, by the way.
KGP.
Me?
Keyport Lock.
Me?
Go ahead.
I'm going to say Keyport Lock, yeah. I just don't think the KGP have firepower to be able to
I
match,
agree,
match
but
the
man,
scoring.
I'd love to see a 48-32 game where KGB somehow like just can't stop scoring. I'd love that. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Give me Keyport Lock.
both teams are going to be scoring. Like, I think it's going to come down to one stop for Keyport.
So if one of the teams scores 48 points, who do you think it is in this game? Terry?
Keyport, for sure. Keyport.
Really? I'd
Yeah.
say KGP.
I'd say Keyport.
All right, magic words, please.
Simo, you're a goddamn liar.
Good night, Yagawal.
It's good damn Terry. Have you ever ridden a bull?
Like a real one?
No,
Or like a
mechanical.
Shea Ferris
Shea,
one?
Ferris, you know?
Yeah. Every time I go there, there's just really hot women doing it, so I feel very out of place.
I've ridden a pole before.
An actual one?
Yeah. A tadpole.
A tad bull?
Your pole is a tad.
Also true.
Smoke my pole.